Just keep clicking, make sure there's no one there. But then, oh no. Oh, wrong way. Oh, that was horrible timing. I don't know who's there. I'm blind. I'm blind. Warning, Tealerland contains flashing lights / imagery and loud sounds. Hey there, and welcome back to Tealerland, where we're going to be taking on Custom Night, or Custom Hour, pretty much. The hardest difficulty, and I am not looking forward to it. But, one thing I wanted to mention is that I have went and gotten all of the lore pages. I haven't read through them yet, but I did get through all of them. The easiest way to pretty much get all of them is to go in Tower 1, wait between 30 seconds to a minute, and it'll most likely spawn on the floor in any of the rooms. Or at least for the most part, it spawned in the control room and the supply room. But, you know, let's not spend too much time. Let's get into Custom Hour. How's Carnival? Remember, the Endo, you have to check the hallway a bit more frequently. Or no, Tealer you have to check more frequently, and Endo you just look away. Aside from that, everything is the same, just everyone's a lot more difficult. So that's pretty much the thing that I have to worry about. Finishing this as quick as possible. So let's go. I mean, again, so far so good. 10 seconds, we got this Endo done. Hopefully we can get out into the hallway and do this quickly. Alright, I think they're actually out the door. No, wrong way. Oh, Frill. I'm sorry about that, Frill. Watch. Click here. Click here. Oh, that's not good. Let's heal up, and in the meantime, deal with this. Now we have to go. Wait. Go into the... This is horrible timing. Oh, I should not have done that. I messed up big time. Tealer again. And Tealer again witnessed everything that we've done. Like the two of us, interestingly enough. More lore, obviously, but for now, we need to do this quickly. Alright. Oh, look away. Someone else is here. Not cool, guys. Not cool. Yep, I figured. Yep, and I can't do anything here, so guess what? Zanny. Hi there. Just keep clicking, make sure there's no one there. But then, oh no. Okay, so... Where's the gasoline? Oh, wrong way. Oh, that was horrible timing. I don't know who's there. I'm blind. I'm blind. Okay, here's the one thing. They literally had me blind the whole way, which sucks. I didn't even know the Endo was there because you can't physically see anything. Alright, here we go. Good start, good start. Come on. We need to grab someone. We need to grab someone. Grab someone. Keep going. Hurry. We need to do this quickly. Hurry, come on. Oh, no! Bloody hell. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. We got one of them away. That's gonna be really good. Close this. Heal. Heal while the clown's over there, you know, messing around the hallway. Oh, are you serious? Oh no, battery's about to go out. Not good. Come on. No, go away. Oh no, hold on. Oh, I need power. Where's the power? I thought I grabbed this earlier. Hey there. Alright, I can't go out there, so... You need to stop going away from me, you hear me? Come on. Come on. Alright, that's 2. Let's go outside. Close the door. Stay. Oh no. Come on. Click on you. Alright. Nope, I gotta catch you. Get over here, you. Get over here! Stop going away. Oh no! It's okay. No. Get over here, get over here. Come on. Yes! We made it! Aha! Right? Yes, let's go! Oh my god, that... Wow. Oh, you don't understand how happy that makes me. That I actually conquered that. Ooh, okay, what's this? It's like a stitched suit. Oh. The third what? Third brother, maybe? There's 2 brothers. Interesting. Quite a teaser for... I mean, I'm not sure if, you know, maybe just something just to like... Ooh, interesting. But I cannot believe that we beat 720 mode. Oh, that makes me so... that I'm so happy about that. You don't understand. I haven't, like, that is not an easy one. That is not an easy one. But I nailed that so... you have to get... The one that makes this so tough is... I would say... It's a combination of Willow, only because you have to force yourself to go into the hallway while she's there. For everyone else, you could technically wait for them to get to the door so you have more time. But Mischievous and Willow, right? Mischievous, you're forced to stay outside. And Willow, you're forced to go inside, right? But, oh, that's so... I'm not gonna lie, like, part of me was thinking, if I have too much trouble with this, I was gonna consider doing this. Right? I was gonna consider doing that. But I'm glad I don't have to. I was gonna consider doing this, pretty much. Because I was like, I don't think I could beat it without perks. We're gonna go back and actually cover the lore of the game pretty much. Take a look at the story, see what's actually like led to this point. Because wait, ooh, we have bio for David now. A traitor, a man with no guilt, a man with no regret. David is the creator of the animatronics that would eventually get hijacked by his own brother and sent out to attack him. And he is the co-founder of Zanicorp. So that explains why so that's interesting, right? Because the corrupted files with Tealerland, right? When you're doing the firewall and trying to fix the corruption, it says Zanny at the beginning. So I wonder if that's because, you know, essentially Teal was using the company's technology to hack the animatronics. It kind of makes sense for me to think of it like that. When he arrived at the facility, he brought an old Tealer mask along in hopes that the animatronics would mistake him for one of their own. But it was a futile attempt. Interesting, so he was trying to think ahead of the curve a little bit. The more time he spent in the underground facility, watching his creations try to kill him, the more his state of mind would begin to suffer. He would ultimately be the one responsible for the death of Teal Artel after the final events that happened within the park. David was caught and arrested. He now silently suffers within the confines of his prison cell indefinitely. So far they're trying to like paint it as that, well, David wasn't like necessarily trying to kill him, but like David lost it. He went nuts. And then we're gonna dive into the lore and see if we can put this together. So Zanicorp is the company that owns the Tealerland brand, and it was founded by David Artell and Teal Artell in 1973. The decision behind the name of the company remains unknown. David had a newfound interest in robotics and engineering and decided to put it to use for entertainment purposes. While Teal's plans for the company were different, he ultimately agreed to go in this direction. Tealerland was not Zanicorp's first endeavor. No. Tealerland was not Zanicorp's first endeavor into the entertainment business. Their first locations consisted of several small cafes with only one basic animatronic. Throughout the company's life, all of Zanicorp's locations were located within a small number of states within the US and overall were very popular. And as interest grew in the new brand and income grew, the brothers' plans grew more ambitious and advanced. In 1990, their latest project was the Tealerland amusement park, which would finally finish construction, where the robot entertainers were much more advanced, with each character having modular endoskeleton parts. Changing modules granted the possibility for different personalities, routines, and radio control. Unfortunately, this system would be exploited not long after. So, this changing module system, where you could change the personalities, got taken advantage of somehow. After Zanicorp had gained enough employees for its new establishment, Tealerland had its grand opening. The first few days were very successful, and it was looking to be the most profitable location yet. Even with all that, Teal was unhappy with how the animatronic mascots looked. Teal was responsible for creating the character designs for each one, while David was tasked to turn them into reality, making the suits and underlying technology more for each character. Teal desired more realistic looking characters, but David felt he had done all that he was able to. David had spent many sleepless nights before the construction of Tealerland had completed, constructing and trying to perfect each mascot. It wasn't in his interest to replicate the original designs perfectly, but to design animatronics that were easily repaired, easily maintained, and easily upgraded/changed. Teal tried to push for the animatronics to be changed, but it was a fruitless effort. This would be the first of the brothers' debates. After almost a year, the interest in the amusement park took a very heavy dip. Funds were getting lower, and the effects of that were showing. Branching out to more locations was not an option with the budget the company had. Layoffs had to happen, and maintenance was becoming nearly non existent. While David neither knew nor cared to find out the reason for the interest waning, Teal had already assigned the blame to the mascots, the same one he was unhappy with upon the park's opening. Teal believed the characters looked too creepy and unnerving to customers, especially after time had taken its toll. The suits are made out of very fragile materials and started to melt and sag, especially near their faces. Teal had decided it was time to take matters into his own hands, and without David knowing, he had tampered with the animatronics. Teal had hoped to gain an understanding of the inner mechanics of each character to potentially design his own suits, but this plan failed, and Teal had accidentally damaged both the suits and the underlying endoskeletons. He hoped things would continue to operate as normal regardless, but he would be wrong. After the failed disassembly of the animatronics, their operation took a heavy hit. What little staff there was left at the location was becoming annoyed with how often the animatronics would lock up and break. David knew of this, but he did not say anything about it, as he did not know who was responsible for ruining his creations that he had spent so much effort and time on. Already frustrated with the park's decline in interest, he wanted to track down who was to blame for the situation at hand. Shortly after these events took place, David went into the underground facility built beneath the park to try and gain a better understanding of what had happened. He was not expecting to find a lifeless body of an employee laying still on the ground. David was the first to find it, and nobody else had come down yet. Nothing had been near the body except for Tealer, who was in the middle of being repaired. The deceased employee had a large cut within the center of his chest. There were no screams or calls for help heard beforehand. Not wanting the public to find out what had happened, David hid the body within Tealer's torso, and David then sealed away the now tainted facility, leaving Tealer and the body within. No one was ever allowed beneath again. With the closure of the facility, the park was deemed out of order for the next few months, and the reason why was never publicly disclosed. Jesus. After much internal debate between Teal and David about whether it was worth it or not to continue with the project, Zanicorp finally closed its doors for good, along with the Tealerland Park. David wanted the public to just forget about the park's existence rather than it live on in infamy, but he never told Teal, as money was already running dry anyway, providing enough of a reason to move on. The Artell brothers had parted ways, and both moved on to greater things. Zanicorp was sold to an unknown buyer shortly after, and the Tealerland Park however, remained untouched and abandoned for the next decade of its existence. While he still had the chance, Teal breached the park and went into the hidden facility in secret. It was then that Teal had found the slowly decaying corpse of an employee within Tealer's suit. Teal had decided David's cover up could not go unnoticed any longer. Teal had scavenged parts and blueprints from what was left beneath and built his own modules to take control over his brother's creations using radio signals. It's 2000. David wakes up to a phone call. The bait had worked. The monster was drawn back to its home. Oh, I get it now. I think I know what's happened here. Okay. So the overall story, right, as you know, it's kind of tragic when you think about it. Essentially, what seemed like was happening was that initially, the park was booming and all that. Then interest waned, right? It wasn't as popular anymore. And so Teal wanted to make his own designs. So he started tampering around with the animatronics, trying to figure out how they worked. But he messed up and pretty much caused them to malfunction. Of course, he didn't think much of it. And eventually, as one of the employees were repairing Tealer, it seems that Tealer killed said employee. And when David found the body, he didn't want the news coming out, so he stuffed the body in Tealer's suit. Now, after the park closed, Teal ends up going back to the facility. As to why, I'm not sure. Maybe he was trying to think of maybe there's a way to bring this back, right? But then he finds the body, and at that point he's like, it must have been David who killed the employee and stuffed him in the suit, right? And instead of just calling the police or just confronting him about it, he decided to use the animatronics at Tealerland to lure him, the monster, David, back to the facility because this whole time he believed it was David that killed that employee. That's why we get the phone call. He lures us there. So David stays there the whole night, seemingly going crazy at the fact that his own creations are trying to kill him, and then makes it out to see that Teal was behind it all, and in his crazed state, he kills Teal. And then obviously he ends up getting arrested. But the weird thing about all this is, why does Teal tell him? Teal's dialogue with David is kind of weird. Like, what? Where? Why? Why would you say that? This is referring to the failure of the company. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense. Why would Teal say that? Free me from this place? It's so weird. Which is why? Why would he say that? Because literally, doesn't Teal literally say here, right? Teal decided David's cover up could not go unnoticed for any longer. But why did he not just call the cops and report the body? Like, what drove Teal to this? And why did Teal even say that stuff at the very end? Don't you despise me? I mean, was their relation really that bad? Because there's nothing here that suggests that. I guess in terms of a conclusion, it feels very off, I'll say. It doesn't really make sense for Teal to have that kind of dialogue, to tell that to David, like, free me from this place. Essentially telling him to kill. He's telling David, kill me, which makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. Point is, this all mainly happened because of disagreements between Teal and David, and Teal messed up with technology that he had no experience messing up with, and so that pretty much lit the spark on this whole thing. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad, I like the attention, the attention that they put in building the story, but but again, like, the motivating factors for how the story even came to place, right? Like Teal's reasons for dragging us here makes no sense, and Teal's the conclusion also is very weird as well. But with all that said, we have conquered 720 mode. We've pretty much done everything there is to do. There's nothing new in the character section. I would have liked to see a page on Teal, I guess. It's just, I don't understand. I don't understand. But actually, there is one more thing here that doesn't make sense to me. And it's that he brought a Tealer mask in hopes that the animatronics would mistake him for one of their own, which suggests that David knew that these animatronics not only were active, but if they saw David, they would consider him some sort of threat. Very odd detail in there, to be honest. But of course, with all that said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff lets me know you're enjoying the content and want to see more of it. The game is in the description below as always. Great job to Nitro and everyone else that worked on the game. Here are the credits once more. Thanks for the support recently as well, and I'll see you in another video. Take care.